guys, so it is Monday and it is my spring break time. I am looking a hot mess, mainly because I came to school to work. I just never have time to kind of go through some of my backroom stuff and purge, so I always tell myself that one day, I'm gonna give myself one day of spring break time and come and just kind of use it to clean and purge and just get myself back together, so that when the end of the year comes, I'm not so stressed out. Because let me tell you, end of the year comes, y'all, and we have to have everything off the floors. We have to have everything packed up. I'm busy doing assessments. I'm busy doing, I mean, just everything else in the whole wide world. And so this is really the only time that we have like a really good break. And I don't think April, we have no breaks in April. Maybe we have one, I think. I'm not really sure. But I don't think we have any breaks in April, and I don't think we have any breaks in May either. So it is like, once we get back, it is, whew, we are totally gung-ho on trying to get everything done. So I'm taking this day to kind of get some things packed up, get some things kind of put up so it's not just kind of hanging out. I also wanted to like kind of go through all of my things. I feel like I have just so much junk. Y'all, I've been teaching kindergarten for 4 years and I've been in the same spot for 4 years, so things have just accumulated, and I decided that I want to start kind of purging things. I'm considering getting a storage unit because I'm not really sure if I want to get rid of it yet. I think teachers are hoarders, y'all, like for real. We are legit hoarders, I feel like. So my arm gets tired. So yeah, so I wanted to come and purge it out. Let me show you kind of what my back room looks like. So here is, so you come in through these and we just put like a little curtain up here. But it is like 4 different areas. So there's one here, there's one back there, there's 2, and there's another one over here. And so this is my area here. Straight up nothing fancy, y'all. Like, it's a hot mess still. But I've been here for probably about 2 hours just kind of cleaning things out. And this is like one of those, I'm sorry, hold on. This is a fold-out table that I use for a lot of my parties. So I like to make sure I keep that here. A fan for whenever it gets hot or the air conditioner breaks, because y'all, that happens. I cleaned out all of my posters. I don't typically use a lot of posters because I like to create like anchor charts with my students. So those will typically get, I take a picture of them and end up throwing them away. I didn't want to pack any of this stuff up or put any of this stuff up because I'm going to be using it. So these, I'm teaching magnets very soon, and these are so cool, guys. But it's like little exploration with magnets. This is all of my counting collection stuff, so I wanted to make sure I left that there. Again, more counting collection stuff, so I wanted to leave that there. This is kind of school property right here, so I didn't want to do anything with it. I am going to be packing up my AmSty materials at the end of this school year. So a lot of the AmSty stuff, I'm just kind of leaving it here until I have my list and I can officially pack it up. Here are just some other tubs that I just have that I need to go through and clean out. I use saran wrap to wrap my books at the end of the year, so I left that out because I'm definitely going to be using it. These came in for my iPads. It's my Christmas tree down there at the bottom. And then here are some boxes that I've kind of started getting together. So these are all the boxes that I've packed up so far that just has random stuff. So I'm telling you, it's just random stuff. Like, it's, I don't know. It just drives me crazy. Okay, so I am packing up a little bit, jamming out to some music, throwing a lot of stuff away, because I feel like it's so important to purge. And it's really important to take out all the junk in the classroom. Like, gosh, there's a lot of stuff. My little man is here. Say hi, Ian. The other one is at daycare because he'll make a mess. At least this one doesn't make a mess. He actually helps me. Whereas the other one will destroy everything that I put in his way. So I only brought my other one. And he enjoys kind of having mommy me time. Right, babe? Mm-hmm. So, that's what we're doing. Ian got a cool Lego for Easter. My mom gave him an Easter basket. It was really, really cute. And we had to do Easter inside of the house because it was raining outside really bad yesterday. So we came up with the idea of doing Easter inside. So we made both kids go upstairs with my sister, and then my brother and I, we hid all the eggs downstairs, like in the downstairs area of my mom's house. And we turned off all the lights, closed all the blinds, and of course it was raining outside, so it was pretty dark. And we called them down and we gave them each flashlight. And so they had to go around the house looking for the eggs with the flashlight. So that would be a really fun game, wouldn't it? Like, I need to figure out how to get some flashlights so I can make my kids have that. Maybe one day we could do like a search for high frequency words or something like that. I don't know. We could do something fun with that. It's something that I'm going to kind of play with in my head. But yes, I need to get back to work and start doing a few more things before I get into my room and make sure I have copies and everything like that ready, because we are heading to Pennsylvania this week to see my in-laws and give the kids some opportunity to be with them. So we leave Wednesday. So I'm here today. Tomorrow I'm meeting with Amanda. I don't know if this is like premature to be able to tell you guys this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So I have this phenomenal reading coach, and me and her were like this because we're very much so alike in many, many, many ways. And she like jokingly I don't even know if it was a joke. I can't even tell if she was serious or not. I think it was a joke when she said it. But she was like, Bridget, we should write a book together. And I said, are you kidding me? I would love to do that. Like, that would be so much cool. That would be so cool. I would love to do that. So and that was like in the morning one day. So like it kept going through my head pretty much the entire day. And I'm like, was she kidding? Was she really serious? So I went up to her afterwards and I was like, at the end of the day, and I said, are you like legit serious about doing this? Because if you say this, like, I will be gung-ho and I will get all over it like white on rice. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so now we're writing a book together, and I am meeting with her tomorrow to kind of finalize the introduction portion of our book. We've already kind of outlined everything. We have like our sections and then our chapters put together. So I might show you guys what we're doing tomorrow. I'm not really sure yet. I don't know how long this vlog is going to be. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. And then Wednesday we leave to go to Pennsylvania, and it'll take us pretty much the entire day to get there. We'll be there Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday for just a little bit, and then leave Saturday, probably be back early on Sunday. So that might be the plan. I'm not really sure 100%, but you know, we're just going with the flow. I mean, it's spring break, right? Who cares? So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'll talk to you in just a minute. Hey, so I am on my way to go and make some copies, and can I tell you guys what drives me really, really crazy? I know you're probably thinking that everything drives me crazy, and it's probably really, really true, but when you step into something sticky, that drives me nuts. Like, no lie. And then you're just making all these quick, 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 quick noises. It's crazy. Woo! Okay. So I came to make copies, and I'm out of breath. So I came to make copies for the next few weeks because I pretty much know what I'm doing. I just have to write it all down. Anyway, so I'm teaching butterflies and frogs next week, and then the week after that. So here's like my thinking, and I haven't done this before, but I really, really want to do it. So I really enjoyed doing PBL, which is project-based learning. And because we're going to be learning about life cycles, we're going to be tying in Earth Day and Earth Week. We're also going to be tying in like jobs, goods, and services and that type of thing. I wanted to do some type of PBL with kind of Earth Week and life cycles. So I'm kind of playing around with my essential question, because when you start with PBL, you always want to have some type of essential questions, like one main question that drives the entire thing, right? So like, I want to say something along the lines of, I don't know. I still have to play around with it. I had it in my brain and I wrote it down and I didn't bring it with me. Anyways, so moving on. I am also kind of playing around with that in my head, but I wanted to show you guys what I do. So last year, I created a foldable, and I can show it to you guys. Oh, it's all flopped. Okay, so this one's like for frogs. This is my frogs foldable, and this is, my students loved this last year. They loved making this foldable. They thought it was the coolest thing ever. So this one has like all about frogs. It has these where we can write adjectives about frogs. On one side is what do frogs eat. On another side they have life cycle cards. Here they'll tell me 4 fun facts. Up above is they're giving an opinion about their frog, they're labeling the diagram, and then we have tadpoles that I order, and we do an investigation with that as well. So all of that kind of comes into play for this one, so I need to make all the copies for these little gadgets. And then I do one for butterflies as well, and I have a video up showing you guys how I make this. So if you're interested in that, I'm gonna leave a link down below so you guys can check that out. But so here again, it's just all about frogs. They're labeling a diagram. We have an investigation journal. We have the life cycle cards here, butterfly facts. This one was have can are, just brainstorming. And then this one was, this one I actually had it wrong. For some reason, I don't know why I did that, but it's correct in the actual unit itself. And this unit is up for free, so you guys can go and grab this for free and do this in your classroom if you so choose. I'm not saying you have to, but it's up for free on my TBT, and I will leave a link down below. So I'm making all the copies for these bad boys right now, so that's what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm gonna do that now. I brought all my paper with me. Woo, see, colorful paper. I have way more, but that's pretty much how I organize my paper from when I need to copy things. So I'm gonna get to copying. I'm sweaty, I've been cleaning. And they turn the air conditioner off during spring break, and I'm like really hot. Okay, so I'm gonna get busy with doing that. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Okay, so I now have everything copied and ready to go. It's inside of my handy dandy system here. And it is pretty jam-packed right now because I went through and actually picked out a lot of the things that we're going to be doing in May as well. So I started putting those inside of the May folder. I don't know exactly what day I'm doing it, but I do know, I almost dropped the camera. I do know that I will be doing it in May. So, yeah, so I started getting all that together. Hopefully over spring break I can start getting a rough plan as far as what I'm going to be doing for the rest of April and for the rest of May. It may not be super detailed, but I can start at least outlining it and I won't have to stress out about it. But can I show you guys something, because I was really excited about this. So I started thinking, you know what, my winters are really pretty and it's starting to get green outside and I'm loving it. So I opened up my windows. Well, not opened, I pulled up the blinds and we stuck our Easter math problem up, and it's so pretty. Let me show you. So here's what it looks like. Isn't that, my camera's crooked. Isn't that super cute? It looks really dark right here in this camera. I don't know why, but it came up precious. Okay, so I am going to get ready to leave. I'm going to change their daily data question. They are doing word problems in the morning instead of counting jar, because now that we've transitioned, we've done the numbers that we need to go up to, so now we are going to do word problems, and we did them for I think 2 weeks now is what we've been doing them. So I'm going to show you guys on Monday what my word problems look like. I actually made my own word problems because I wasn't happy with anything else that was out there, and I'm thinking about bundling them or putting them in one big unit so that you guys can get it. Or I don't know, you may not even want it, who knows. Anyways, so I'm gonna finish that up and we're gonna be leaving. One more thing I wanted to show you guys, look how cute are, it's not focusing, our rainbows and wind socks. So we did a how-to on wind socks. So my students they had to write a how-to writing of how to create a windsock. And once I felt like they understood how to create the windsock, then they were able to go and make it. So they thought it was really cool. They thought it was It was very hands-on, and it was something that they could relate to, so that was really neat. So we hung up our windsocks and our rainbows up here because they're just so festive and colorful. I mean, who doesn't love that? So, okay, I need to go to the grocery store, and I'm not focusing. There I am. I need to go to the grocery store. So I'm gonna finish up here. We're gonna leave, go to the grocery store, then pick up my little boy, and then I'll be on my way back home. So, and get some food. We're hungry. Bye. Is it moving? It is. Say hello. Blaney. Blaney. Blaine. Blaine. Say hi. No, you don't want to? We're ready to go home? No. Come on. Gotta get out. Get your little arm out. 1, 2, 3. Whee! Alright, boogers. We're home. Awesome. Automatically start throwing things.
Because the kid's crazy.
Yep, that's how we roll. Huh? Show me. Uh-oh. Can we not get him in?
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
Oh, no.
We're having difficulties. Okay, I think we got it. Yay! We did it! Awesome. Good job, buddy. Alright, let's get stuff out.
I'm getting my back burned.
It's too much stuff. Ooh, welcome back. Oh my gosh. Welcome back. I am back in my classroom and it is Sunday. So I look like a hot mess and I'm really sorry guys, but we just got back from Pennsylvania. I was in Pennsylvania. We left Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. No, we left Tuesday. So we left Tuesday afternoon. We were gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Started traveling back late Saturday and got back like at 1 today. So yeah, we went to go visit some family in Pennsylvania and kind of hung out on the farm. It was gorgeous up there. It was windy at one point and it was like really cold, and I was so not planning for that. And I even asked like, how's the weather gonna be? And yeah, this chick rolled up in there with like shorts and short sleeves, and it was cold. Like you needed jackets and stuff cold, so that was crazy. Something I'm not used to. I'm not used to going like during like the school year, during spring. I don't think I've ever gone to Pennsylvania during the spring over there, but we decided to make a trip up there. So yeah, I am back at school just for a little bit. I needed to pick up a book so I can finish a lesson plan. I decided to switch around my butterflies and frog unit only because we are not going to be observing frogs this go around, just because there's a lot going on for us. So I'm not going to have that in part of the plans, but we are still going to be observing butterflies. But this dodo head over here did not send the butterfly stuff to get the caterpillars in time, so I need to do frogs first. So we'll start off with frogs and then go into butterflies, so that once we start our butterfly observations, you know, we have our caterpillars. Anywho, so I needed to come and grab a book for frogs so that I can be prepared for frogs. Luckily, when I was here, I did copy everything for frogs, so I don't really have to stress out about that. I pretty much left everything like the way it needs to be. Wow, I'm like super pale over here. Ooh, I feel like a ghost. I could be a zombie. I don't know why it's so bad, guys. I'm really sorry. Okay, anyways, so I did a couple of periscopes while I was gone in Pennsylvania, and they were kind of like off the cuff. Like I knew I was going to do one of them, but I wasn't completely prepared because my husband was all like, hey, it's Tuesday and I know we were supposed to leave tomorrow, but let's leave this afternoon. And I was working with another teacher about our book that we're working on. I think I mentioned that. So we're working on a book on organizing your classroom. So it's an organizing book for teachers. And so we met on Tuesday, and he wanted to leave that day. So I met with her for a few hours to work on that, and had to just kind of throw everything together so that we'd be ready to go, because I'm a procrastinator when it comes to packing, and I'm not really good at that. So anyways, so yeah, I'm here to get the book, and then I'm here to also drop off a couple of things that I took for one of my Periscopes. And if you guys have checked me out on Periscope, like, I had to change my name so that I could use Catch, which is a website which basically captures all of your live videos and puts it into one website, like, so it's all into one area. And I really wanted to get my Catch together, so I had to change my Periscope to The Lettered Class, or no, that's not right. So I had to change my Periscope to Lettered Class. And it's the same as my Twitter account and my Snapchat. So if you have not checked me out on Periscope, or if that's not your thing, don't worry about it, because I'm going to mention it on YouTube too, but doing more of a, like, an official video, if you will. But if you do like Periscope, go check me out on there. And I did a Periscope on Number Talks, which I really love. And I'm working on a couple of things for Number Talks. So I took all of these things with me, and I wanted to put them back, because I hate having to put things back. Okay, so I know I'm doing frogs next week, and I'm doing reading literature. So I want to make sure that my reading literature matches my frogs. This is a whole bunch of stuff that I have not eaten. Okay, so this is for Earth Week. There's butterflies. I do read that book, but like I said, it's reading literature. Here we go. So typically for, like, reading literature, I do frog and toad books, because I think these are great little stories for kids. And it's reading literature. I can't quite remember my standard, but I do remember telling myself this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to take both of these, and I left all my stuff at home, so I'm not going to stress out about it. Okay. Oh my gosh, like, y'all, I look like a ghost. And I think it's just because I have my windows open. Look at how much light's coming through there. Okay, so I am getting ready to leave because I'm going to be here tomorrow. So I think everything's pretty much set for the morning. I do need to make a couple of copies of things that I just forgot to print out. But I will be vlogging this week because I haven't been vlogging, and that's awful of me. Plus, I want to show you guys what we're doing this week, because we're doing some really cool stuff. This is the time of the year that I absolutely love. Where are my keys? How many of y'all do that? Like, I always wonder where my keys are. There's an SD card that I was looking for. Okay, but, like, this is the time of the year where I feel like it starts to get so much fun, because, like, they're doing so much more. As far as, like, in kindergarten, they're able to do so much more. And I don't know, like, I find, like, this time of the year is when I do lots of hands-on stuff, like investigations, and, you know, project-based learning is just all over the place with this. And I started talking about how I want to incorporate project-based learning. I am going to do that. I'm going to do a plan with me with my project-based learning for you guys. But I'm going to do it for just 2 weeks. It's going to be a 2-week thing, and I'm going to tie in community helpers and community helpers and what? I forgot. Oh, Earth Day. So we're going to talk about community helpers because we're doing farm. We have a farm performance that we do at the end of the month. So we're doing farm performance. We're also going to the McWayne Science Center, which is really cool. And they have the itty bitty magic city there, which is really neat. So we're gonna do that. Hey guys, okay, so I wasn't able to end my video at the school. I got, like, held up with some other teachers, so I started talking to them, and yes. So anyways, I am back at home now. It is out, like, late in the evening. I'm about to start editing this vlog so I can have it up for you guys tomorrow, and I'm finishing up some lesson plans, and I am working on just a couple of different things here and there. So I have kind of off and on this year. Like, I have like a love-hate relationship for this website, and let me know if any of you guys use this one. But I use planbook.com, or I've started using planbook.com for my lesson plans, and I like it because I can have it on my phone, you know, so when I'm at recess I can look over really quick to see what my lesson plans are, or, you know, it's right there next to me. I always have my phone next to me, so I can always have like my lesson plans on with me. And then I like some of the different features. I hate the way that it prints. The way that it prints just drives me crazy, so I refuse to try to print that out. So I kind of, like I said, go back and forth on it. But let me know if you have used planbook.com, or if you use the, I think there's another website that's planbook.edu. But I go back and forth on it, so I'm not really sure. So another thing that I've been doing today is I've started kind of looking at the rest of the year for me. And I have now taken all... I've printed one out for the remainder of the year, and I kind of wrote the dates up here, and then maybe what theme that I'm doing for that week. So here you can kind of see that I'm starting to get everything else ready for the remainder of the year. I want to go ahead and start having all of these plans done so I don't have to stress out about it, so that I can really focus on, you know, my end of the year like assessments, and I have to get my cum folders all together. So I want to more focus on that kind of thing, so I'm trying to get all those finished. But I am going to do a plan with me for my next week's video, so that'll be up next Thursday, and that is going to be on my PBL that I'm doing. I'm going to do a project-based learning with community helpers and Earth Week. So we're going to talk about some of the different community helpers that we have in our community, and then what are some ways that we can also, as our community helpers, can do to help our Earth. So I'm going to kind of tie those together and see what my kids can come up with. I'm still working on those kind of finishing touches there, so whenever I do my video I can kind of have my game plan on, and hopefully it won't take as long, because I know my last video was, I think, like 45-50 minutes, which was crazy long. Hope you guys have a really great week. Let me know down in the comments if you've had spring break. What did you do for spring break? Or what are you planning on doing for spring break? I don't think most people have spring break in April, but if you do, let me know what you're gonna do. So I hope you guys have a really, really great week. If you enjoyed this vlog, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And I will see you guys with another video on Thursday. So talk to you soon. Bye. On a day in my life. A lot of you left a comment about how well my students were working and how they were on task, and how did I get that? How did I handle all of those behaviors?